I slipped. My bad. Apology. You have a leak. You literally have a leak. You have a leak.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
leaking.
slipping.
Am I
No,
leaking?
the washing machine is leaking. I literally slipped. My apologies. Anyways, that was nice. We're doing good.
I'm right.
Just make sure that doesn't happen.
Not too
again.
bad. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, good shout.
Hey,
Yeah, nice one.
yeah,
Thanks, Johnny.
yeah. Well.
Anyway, so apparently you had a conversation with SK today.
Yes, more of he spoke to me about something being mid, which might I say, that name is interesting. But something about mid, something about in disguise, and but it doesn't really seem in disguise. Something about intelligence, something about business, something about this, that, something about clean, but not really clean, but something in an organized crime. Something about Johnny, something about Solomon, something about this, that, involved, not really involved, but kind of involved as well. Well, okay, a division, your own thing, but not really, but yes, but no, but yes, independency, but not really, working together, that whole shebang, that's what I had.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the overall gist. I'll go wax a bit more lyrical with it, okay?
Yeah.
So obviously you've been working with the Manor boys as sort of, I guess, their clean business person for a minute, right? Okay. So now with Johnny, also working and has been working with the Manor for quite a while in a similar-ish capacity, but with a bit more to it, which I'll let Johnny speak on in a minute. And then, of course, me coming in as well. I had a conversation with SK and Steve about what the future of, the less south side aspect of the gang would look like. And that's where I jokingly said it would be the Manor Intelligence Division, which I immediately regretted because the first thing SK goes, oh, that's mid. And I was like, I realize now that that is technically mid. And it's stuck. Some of them refer to it as Manor in disguise. In my eyes, it would always be Management Intelligence Division. Now, the role of the Intelligence Division is one, legitimate business to bring in legitimate income to the proceedings, but also to hide a lot of the illegitimate proceedings that are going on. And as you know, Aaliyah, from fucking way back when, that was kind of how I modeled what I used to do back in the day. It was lots of genuine businesses to hide lots of very illicit money. So that is one big part of it. The other part of it, obviously, is holding companies and holding people who hold properties in their name, so that should any of the gang ever end up getting in serious shit, none of the properties are ever linked to them, at least not in paperwork. And then lastly, and as the name sort of suggests, literally gathering of intelligence that is useful to the gang and all its members. Now that could be day-to-day stuff, like there's fucking a new drug out on the market, there's a new gun out on the market. They're actually building up intelligence dossiers on rival gangs, political figures, the police department, so that we are always one step ahead of anyone else out there.
Got you. Okay, so it makes business and a bit more get involved in people's business. I take it.
I mean, from afar. I mean, not getting overtly involved in other people's business. I mean, the best intelligence is intelligence and no one realizes being gathered.
Yeah, no wrong
and
can do a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you want to have some degree, not quite directly, explicitly infiltration, but some sort of just taking notes that may benefit for the betterment of the sort of gang, so to speak.
Yeah. But I mean, you know
Not
how it used to be
malicious, but,
five years ago. You know, what I mean, I always had my ear to the ground and knew stuff that other people didn't through one way or another, and it's sort of like a more formalized version of that.
It's SK, let me just check. Okay. Yo.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. I mean, as I say,
quick one. I'm about to head to sleep in a sec.
Makes sense.
So if you want to try and get anything related to the store approved, name-wise, it's one of those. It's a bit up in the air. We're gonna have to just pick one and do it, because the longer we take to get a name, the less time we could be open.
Yeah.
I know you pretty connected in that way, right? To get all that stuff sorted.
Yeah. I can make all kinds of shit.
What I'll do is I'll email you like name and item names as well, the menu item stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you need if you need anything done with the store, like you need me to give anyone any sort of role or put the banner up, it gets approved, stuff like that, just drop me an email and I'll be around to do so.
Okay, cool. Are you there now?
Yeah, I'm about to head there now to put a couple state IDs on the employment list.
All right, I'll text you mine if you can do that, so I can get everything up and running as well.
I was thinking for name, calling it Britalian.
Nice.
Like I'll play on British Italian, and then having like the banner and logo is like half a Union Jack and half the Italian flag.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, right, I'll get you added on there now.
Yeah.
Say no more.
All right, homie.
I can test the waters, right? I don't know what's going on here, but I am down. I'm interested, not so that much. It sounds interesting. I won't, say otherwise, but, it's, we'll see.
Right, easy. You got any questions about anything that SK said or that I've said, or any questions of me or Johnny? Oh, also, actually, quick thing before we forget. Are you on Yellow Pages right now? I have a new number.
No. I am now. Perhaps what is exactly the direct goal? Is it just spawn the gang? Is that what it is? Because I'm hearing a lot of different things, right? I'm hearing
That's
businesses. No worries. I'm hearing businesses. I'm hearing intelligence. Is it all encompassing with a goal of just the betterment or to support the gang? Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
To further
yes.
interests?
Absolutely. I think that's the premise with the kind of overlying goal to actually make these businesses, as Solomon said, legitimate. So the corner shop downstairs does sell food. The stall will be functional. There's an idea for a produce supermarket up north. Everything is legitimate. So if a cop walks in downstairs, it's not just a locked door. There's people walking in and out, buying food, buying bandages. It's a legitimate business and stuff like that. And when it comes to the surveillance stuff, it's more also, like Solomon said, just information gathering. This is the kind of stuff that I've been helping them with since I've met the boys, and it's just been more about who's around, who's jumping in what car, where's everybody going, that kind of stuff. And we have the right equipment to be able to pull that off as well.
Going, okay. And from what I heard as well, so the whole thing is it's in disguise, so to speak. However, you may choose how in disguise it may wish to be, right? How inconspicuous you may wish to be, right? So the whole intelligence thing, surely to some it may clash. Because the more, open you are about, I'm with the Manor, the less people will give you information, you would think.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be like an overall group goal or just some individuals?
I think this is where the shadow element of this whole thing comes in. It's we're friends with them. I work at their store, they come to my store rather, and the affiliation isn't necessarily broadcast anywhere. If anybody asks me for any advice or anything, I can point them in the right direction. If they want something from the Manor, I can point them in the right direction, give them, or call one of the boys and tell them to come down. But for all intents and purposes, and for anybody that doesn't need to know, I don't have any affiliation with those guys. And I think, generally speaking, for anybody that doesn't need to know, maybe for you as well.
Yeah, ultimately, how open your affiliation is obviously a personal choice, and obviously will dictate what avenue you want to go down. So just because we're all in this sort of like subdivision within the greater that is the Manor, doesn't mean we all have to be doing the same thing. For example, you might want to focus on one avenue above others, in which case how you go about your day-to-day will be different. You know what I mean? This isn't like one of those where here's a list of rules everyone has to abide by. It's very much, we're three different people who might have different ways of going about things.
Goyos, it sounds good. So it's it's sort of as like you said, it's you're individual still, and you'll still have your own life. It's a little entwined with another one, right?
Say that again?
Like you're still individual and like you live your own life, but you're just a little entwined in some business. That's all it is, right? It's less of
Yeah.
a, okay, do this today. Go to the Sun Station 24 hours straight. It's more of a, do your thing and bring the table you have to table to bring, and that's about that.
Yeah, in a way, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, but again, I guess on the case by case aspect.
Oh shit, Lou.
Like for me personally, nearly everything I do will be in
Unique
some way,
Empire,
shape, or
thank you for the
form
follow.
aimed at
Thank you guys.
bettering, improving, or increasing the standing of the manor as a whole. Even if it's something that has no clear ties to the outside world, the overall objective will be to keep us a step ahead.
Makes sense. So, this role obviously is just essentially as a port role in a way, right?
Yeah,
Essentially.
Unless one day when any of us fucking, get to the end of our fucking string and decide, fuck this, get me in a car, give me a gun, and I want to get my hands dirty. But again, that comes down to an individual's fucking decision. You know what I mean? Like, no one can control or limit what someone wants to do in this place. Everyone's got to find their lane and a lane that they enjoy.
Yeah, you bring some to the table, but, each thing can be different.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
Yeah,
one of the bonuses to the three of us in this room right now is, although I think if each of us was a circle, there would be overlap for all of us, but then each of us is also very different. So we're similar but different, which makes everything we do a slightly unique, nuanced take on what the other may bring as well.
It sounds ideal, really. So many, if a page is like, if you get a book for the same pages, it's, it's pointless, right? But different chapters is good, so something like that, like, yeah. Like, like, hold on, okay, hold on. Like red and blue, I don't know, but if they like, mix together, make purple, that's a different color. Like, different color, that's a different color. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It does.
In a strange way, yes.
Yeah. Exactly. And if you mix your washing machine, if you mix your like your red and your white, then you have pink. Technically, depends on good washing machine.
Correct.
It is.
Yeah, that is the color you would get. Yeah.
Yep, you have pink, but that's good because that makes something new. Exactly.
Different. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And some people like pink, some people don't. So depends. I use it.
We don't like people that don't like pink.
Right. Yeah. Hate them. Yeah.
So I guess my next question for you is, and this is, and this is the wrong way. I want to make sure I have a good understanding. At the moment, what is it you do, and what is it you enjoy doing?
Do like in what sense?
I'm so
like,
sorry.
like-
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was did not mean to do that. It's sorry, muscle spasms. I'm still getting used to
It's fine.
being out of a coma. Sorry.
Hey,
I'm
so
gonna
this is what man's about, huh?
sorry. I was in a
Right.
coma for a week. Okay, I get muscle spasms. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at one, man.
Just writing this for our
I didn't know it was coming. If I
it's
knew it was about to
HR right
happen,
there.
I would
Our
have.
future
We haven't
HR
got. We have not
department.
got. We do not have a HR,
Yep,
nor
no
will we
time.
ever have it.
Just-
No
just
criminal
noting it for
organization should
Yeah,
have
we
a
need HR.
Do not write down
I'm just
things to
I'm
do in the
writing it in
future.
code.
HR.
Don't worry. SW punches A.
No, don't write that down.
Oh,
Jesus.
I scribbled it out. Don't worry.
alright.
You'll be suggesting we have a gang mandated therapist next.
No, Metallica
Well.
had a therapist.
What?
Nothing.
Carry on.
But yes, no, anyways, like the way my day to day, because, I'm in a business, casino for a fool. I used to run that, then I woke up one day and I was locked out, so that's about that much.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
yeah, whole thing. Killer's on business, whole thing, whatever. Anyways, it happens, what you know. Anyway, but yeah, right now I'm just decorating a place, to be honest. Not really anything much. Looking to obviously expand on having my own business, so to speak, or create something at least, with substance behind it, man. That's it, really. Just find the next thing, is what I'm done.
Well, let me give you an insight into the next thing. In the next few days, we will be purchasing a property down in Little Seoul, one of the big properties opposite the apartments. It is cavish inside. It is huge. Now, the reason for purchasing it is I believe that this separate division within the greater whole of the manor needs a place it can call home, a headquarters. This property we're buying is a headquarters. Now, if you are getting into interior design, it's something that you're good at and want to do more of, I mean, we have a space there. And the reason for getting it is, I think for us to be taken, I think first of all, I think it's very good for people's state of mind if they know that something they're working on has a home, rather than, you know, having meetings in a laundromat. It's a lovely laundromat.
It'd be an extension of something else, you know.
Exactly. So it feels like it gives us a home. It gives us something to build out of. But equally, you know, when we build that spot out, really it's ours. Like, it's ours to do with as we want. It's ours to design as we want. It's ours to utilize as we want. So I think it's very important for us, all of us involved in this project, to feel that that is something that we have physical ownership of. Like, this is our bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that sounds good. You know, independence is good. You can be on the side for so long, but you know, it's on the side, right?
Yeah. So, you know, realistically, once we've got that property, we can then all go down there, and then start having conversations about, right, we now have this space. It's a big space. Part of it, I want done up like genuine offices for a genuine company, for obvious reasons. Should the police ever go there, it looks like it's, you know, I don't want them to walk in and be like, aha, criminal. Aaliyah, do you remember my old office from 5 years ago? You know, you go in, look like a shop, and then you go in through the back door, and then it opened up to this whole headquarters.
Yeah, I remember the sort of gist, the place.
Yeah. So I said something not too dissimilar in terms of when you first go in, it looks like one thing, and then when you start going deeper in, it becomes apparent it's not. I don't think it would be a bad idea for us to have a small farm in there, just so that we are, you know, there's Bitcoin being generated in that building as well. It's not the purpose of the building, but it never hurts to have more Bitcoin being generated, ever. It's never a bad idea.
Make the city go around.
Exactly. But other than that, what else we put in there is kind of, you know, the world's our oyster. Now, I personally would love a room in there so that we can all sit down and, you know, plan the next move, i.e. be it a heist, be it the next business venture, whatever. But essentially view it as, you know, the headquarters of this department, and once we've got the building, we can go in there and all have a walk through and decide what we want where.
That sounds good. I mean, I can backward dive. You've been done. I can show you what I'm doing already. Well, you can go up that maybe. Kind of similar in a way.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a place we can have a look at, see what you've done, I'd love to.
Yeah, I'll have to ask, but yeah, definitely.
Easy. Cool. Any questions?
I think most of my questions I asked back already. You know, such as, like, for example, right, let's say, I don't know, I join my brother Granny next week, would that be a problem, right? But, you know, things like that, already been answered, but not been really much more than that, but then, actually, how about this? What would the expectation be, exactly? To be present, I assume? To bring things to the table, to communicate, I suppose, would I?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I think communication is fucking important. I mean, I would love us to sit down at least like once or twice a week and just sort of go over everything that we've learned. Or, I mean, back in the day, I'll be honest with you, I used to do daily briefings. You know, when the city starts to really move quickly, you know, once a week, you know, so too much happens. So there's definitely a healthy ground to figure out in terms of how often we all sit down and go over, right, here's what we're doing, here's what we need to do, here's what we've learned. I think sharing the dissemination of information between the three of us is going to be key. So that, and then from there, I guess, you know, contributing towards, you know, the sort of the overall greater good. Now, I'll be honest with you and say I don't have an ideal in mind for that. And I think that we'll probably figure out what that ideal looks like as we go and as we learn how each other works.
Yeah.
Sounds good. No, he's come together, that's all it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the next few weeks are going to be a learning experience as we all, you know, get to know each other better. Obviously, you know, I've known you from fucking way back when. You know, I've known Johnny from, you know, a few months back. But you know, I don't think any of us have ever really shown each other all of our cards. You know, for obvious, you know, there was no reason to.
That's true.
I think that for me is the key. It's communication and transparency. The combination of those within our triangle is, you know, we could use each other's strengths, learn from each other, and work towards a common goal, while each one as an individual is applying what they know and their knowledge to their world as well. So we can always have each other's backs and work together on certain things, and then all of that kind of piles onto this one community goal that we have together.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't. The idea of still, remaining independency or still, holding that at least, is more appealing to me than just perhaps a group where it's okay, do this, do that, right? I'll be honest, that is more appealing to me. So this works out, is what I'm saying. Or at least it looks good.
Easy.
Yeah. I suppose, we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, personally, I'm fucking excited, especially once we've got the headquarters built up. The next big project is going to be a hotel.
And
You want to make a hotel?
Yeah.
Just before we move on to that, just I know it doesn't have to be said, but I feel like something that we should just say. And if at any point in time it isn't working, or if anybody feels anything or wants to do something different, I think if we all agree that the mode forward, or in case any of the speed bumps start coming up, is communication and transparency, then I think even in the worst cases, we're still pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially if anyone starts to feel like they're being ignored or underappreciated, please God, just fucking bring it up. There's nothing worse than someone having a problem and never vocalizing it, and then that problem just starts to build up into a bigger and bigger issue that no one else is even aware is a thing.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. Communication is king. Just being honest. That's all it is, really. A lot of people do fail to do that, though. I've experienced. But I actually have a question, actually. I asked back the same thing, and they gave me an answer. I just want to ask, what exactly is this to you? Is it just business? Is it more than that?
What is this to me?
Yeah, business.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. This is something that's been frankly, a long time overdue. Mm-hmm. I have known, worked with, sweated with, and fucking bled with a large amount of the boys who call the Manor home. Way back before the Manor existed, back when it was Mandem. I mean, I was literally next door to them. I consider SK Matt molding among some of my closest fucking friends. So this for me is A, overdue, but B, it's something I think very few people get to do, which is, it's not just business. It's so much more than that, but it's whatever the fuck it is. Maybe there's not even a word to describe it. But what I'm doing right now, I'm doing with people that I care deeply about and would do anything for.
For me, it's
where you belong.
It's very similar, exactly. For me, it's I was trying to do my own thing, but almost always running solo. And for somebody to reach out and stick their hand out and help me out in certain different ways, like they did at the very beginning, and then trust me to do my thing when I let them know that I can, and provide a space for me to kind of experiment and build. It's turned into from a job into a home, into a family, into a place that I belong, for sure.
Oh, okay. That sounds that works out. From what Sparky said, he said it was home as well. So at least you're all aligned, I suppose, really.
Yeah. This is me putting my flag down and refusing to move off it.
Absolutely.
Then you should thrive, then, right?
Say that again?
You should thrive, then, right?
Right. Everyone should. We should. The club, the gang should. Everyone in it should. Yeah. I want to look back in 6 months and go, we built that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of for this department in specific is that we built that, and it be something out of the box, something that hasn't been done before. Legitimate businesses that support the stuff that we do in the back. The hotel idea that I'm going to pass off to Solomon to pitch now. Things that are not just your everyday kind of operation when it comes to organizations like this.
Yeah, because the big vision, this So once we've got this regimental, once we've got this the division headquarters, sorry, too many years in the army. The project that follows that is something I think people have tried and it's never quite worked. And it may not work, but fuck me, I want to give it a good go. And that is building a hotel, a members only, exclusive, private hotel. Now, the original members of that hotel will be invitation only. Any future members will have to be vouched for by at least 2 existing members to get in. The purpose of the hotel is one, it will, if you walk in, it will look like a hotel. For all intents and purposes, that is what it will appear visually, should the police ever go in there for any reason. What it actually is a very specialist concierge service for people who are more criminally minded. So, for example, someone wants to make a dinner reservation, they would go to the hotel, they would speak to the concierge, let them know they wanted to make a dinner reservation, and that would be them putting a hit out on someone else in the city. Someone would like to see the wine sommelier, that would be them coming in to purchase firearms, ammunition, magazines, body armor, etc. And the list would go on.
I mean, I do agree. I think something like that is needed. But no one is perhaps consistent enough to do it. It seems like everyone's always so occupied with gangs and wars and whatever else, right? So, sounds interesting. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it would be a hell of a project, but
on a very much smaller scale, downstairs is a little proof of concept for cleaning the rolled cash. People come in and ask for their coffee. I put in their order, and then I let them know when their coffee's ready to pick up, and they come back and pick it up. And it's been very, very smooth operation. So I think if it's also going to take some time for the people to get used to it, educating the people that need to know about how to do the stuff. But as of earlier this today, it's been very smooth. It's been a week open, and these guys are walking in and out using the right terminology. Everyone's in the clear. If there's somebody there, they just buy a sandwich and then come back in 5 minutes. I feel like if we expand it to the idea that Solomon had, it would take a little bit of time to really educate the people on how to use it, but it'll be very, very beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things in general in the city are very, people are very loose-lipped. You can literally walk out the apartments and there you go. Someone's talking about doing laundry. It's people don't know, people have forgotten what discretion is. So yeah,
and that's why with the hotel, because of the amount of time and money being invested in it, it would be members only.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so you remove the risk of, let's be honest, the 60% of people in the city who put up on the fucking yellow pages, washing services available. Everyone and their dog knows what that is.
Mm-hmm.
What I would also look to do potentially to try and secure a goal, which would be that the hotel would be seen almost as like a fucking criminal Switzerland, would be to go to all the major players in the city and ask if they would be interested in financially contributing to its construction so that everyone has some skin in the game, which means everyone will hopefully hold up on the fact that that place should be seen as Switzerland. If you've got a problem with someone, it does not happen in the hotel. Outside the hotel, no one gives a fuck. Never inside.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It should also mean it's a space where if 2 people are having a fucking problem, they can go there feeling secure that they can have that meeting and it will never come to more than just words.
Yeah, until I assume I have to have the meeting at least. When they're outside.
If they want to shoot each other outside, fucking fine. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. It's not on hotel ground.
I like the idea. I just, but nice to see the result. It's, like we said, right? A lot of people just lack the dedication to do it, the discipline, really. So.
Yeah. I mean, dedication is not something I lack. I mean, 5 years ago, it took me 4 months to get a supply contract with the police department. But I fucking got it. It took me 4 months, but I fucking got it.
Absolutely. And I think if we establish the, just how if we perfect it, like if we build the world around it just the way we wanted it, and we showed everybody exactly how serious we are, I think they will be serious and dedicated as well. I think people aren't dedicated now because they just don't have a place to be dedicated as much.
Yeah, most people are very bad at seeing past the end of their nose, and they're even worse at thinking beyond a week.
I'm not wrong. People have ideas and execution as well, right? So it goes.
Yeah, it's a big goal. It's going to be a lot of work, but I mean, if I'm honest with you, I can't go day by day without knowing I'm working towards something that's a lot bigger than just me.
Absolutely.
I have another question. So, on this basis of individuals, the whole premise of this, essentially, what it seems like, is individuals sort of come together with own little, their attributes to bring to the table, and it forms, perhaps, one big sort of collaborative effort, right? So, on that note, is there expected to be more individuals, or just us three?
Right, say the last bit again.
Is there any expectation of having more people involved in this, or just us three?
Yes, no, definitely more, because I mean, it's in the same way that the Manor's goal obviously is to continue to to recruit people and bring them in as long as they fit. The goal for us should also be the same, but if anything, we have to be a lot more careful, because people come into this and they get privy to information that is potentially very dangerous. So, for example, people that I've worked with in this capacity in the past, for example, my sister Rosalind, my mate Mickey, people like that, I would be looking to start getting involved in stuff. Are they going to be all in from day one? No, they can't be. They have to work their way up, same as anyone else. But if anyone, if you start working with someone and you get a really good feeling about them, bring them up. We can come up with a few ways of giving them some tests. We can run background. Anyone we bring anywhere near us, by the way, we will be running extensive background checks on. I want to know everything. Even this, by the way, Johnny, I want to talk about this. I think we talked about this before, actually. This is even something I want to do for the gang in general. If anyone is, if the boys go, we're looking to bring this guy on as a hang around, we do a full deep dive on that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
I would even suggest it's mandatory. If someone wants to do that, they have to hand their fucking phone over to us. Like, you want to come in, hand your fucking phone over. And then we fucking scrub it and then hand it back. It might seem extreme, but I am not having any aspect of this being infiltrated by fucking anyone. And I know at the moment, there's at least 2 people in the PD whose entire fucking being is based on investigating detective work in plain clothes, and they've been doing it in very high traffic crime areas without anyone realizing they're there.
Oh, better safe than sorry. So, we sort of recruit our own sort of division in a way.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Or foster our own division in a way, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you introduce us someone that you trust and you tell us that that's someone that is your people, we will take that at that value. Absolutely.
Goyam. Okay, and they will not be privy to more information than they need to know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would be very, imagine any way in which a spy network will be run. People will be, other than us 3, everyone else will be on a very strict need to know.
Alright, so to them, the purpose of this will be for their own self-betterment? This group's collaborative betterment?
Yeah,
It wouldn't be none of them, right?
No, they wouldn't. I mean, they wouldn't know about that bit. I mean, the knowledge that these 2 are linked would only come when people are truly in the circle. So originally when people come in, it would be they've got a particular skill set. We can offer them employment on that skill set, and they can be part of something that is maybe more akin to what they enjoy doing. Let's be honest, what we are doing is not common. There are very few people in the city who have the time or the patience for it.
Right, so we sort of cater towards interests, right? For example, someone gets information, we cater towards them. Someone wants to hit banks, we say, listen, we can do that for you. Just, come and join us in a way. Someone's robs in your buns. We say, listen, well, your services are great and all, but come use them with us, man? Okay. Sounds interesting. Someone sell guns, we can have them as well.
Yeah, and another thing I'll be looking to do, I'm building up at the moment a firearms program whereby 5 clean guns every week. That's the goal anyway. 5 clean guns every week from 5 different people every week. So week 1, the 5 guns come from someone different to week 2, 3, and 4. The reason for that being is someone is, being robbed once a month for a firearm isn't very suspicious. Someone being robbed once a week raises some fucking eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know anyone who's on the civilian walk of life and is looking to maybe making a bit of additional money via, selling their legally bought firearms, let me know. Because the goal will be, obviously, that we can then start selling these firearms, which are completely clean and free to use. And by free to use, I don't mean literally free. You know what I mean? But just, they can use them in the safety if they haven't been used in a fucking crime. And then, if say someone was, maybe didn't want to deal with the Manor for any perceived reason, they would have no problem with buying equipment or firearms from us because they wouldn't know there would be a link.
Goyam. And so speaking on funds in a way, so is there any sort of would this group have their own finances? Or is it all
Yes.
Manor dependent?
No, the goal would mean my ideal goal would be that we have our own slush fund to for the work we're doing, people are making money from, but also that the overall whole has a bank account or a liquid slush fund so that if we need to reinvest or procure anything, it isn't coming out of individuals' pockets, but it's coming out of a fund designed for that reason.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
I think we're on a good first step right here.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else? Just realizing now that I'm fucking starving
Merciful.
and thirsty. Anyone got any food?
Oh, you have some downstairs. I can go grab some.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, one of those. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
fully loaded.
Yeah, full
Thank
line
you very
right
much.
now. Yeah,
Nice.
you're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Alright, questions? I think that's pretty it, but what's sort of cool, it's kind of, we're individuals coming together to make a whole thing, coming together as a group, amazing and cool, key towards people's different sort of, not else words, attributes, great, amazing. People get brought on, easy, they work for us, not the man work for us, it sounds good, so that means we're all collaborative effort to sort of do something in which supports the manner, which is great, because we have control, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We have ideas, hotel, this, that, gum, amazing, sick. No
Bosh.
questions, I don't think. Bullshit,
Easy.
exactly.
Awesome.
No questions. Alright,
Smashed it.
exactly. I'll save your number now.
Oh, Martha May's around. Oh my god, have you seen this tow union advert?
There we go.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, Devin Willow is selling a house not in the south side. Interesting. Right, anyone for anything else? If not, it might be an idea. I want to go and check out this new pizza place that the boys have got.
Yeah.
I also
What's the
feel a little
next
bit,
thing?
Oh, so the boys have got themselves the pizza restaurant in the food court.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, they managed to get it. When Storm came in, they got down there and signed a contract for it. Yeah.
I like it. I've been with a while, I suppose. Nice. There you go. Okay. But yeah, pertaining towards this, what exactly is next? What do you want next exactly?
First thing is securing this property. So if you have a tablet on you, the properties. You don't. I tell you what. Why don't we jump in?
I do, I
Oh, you
do.
do? Oh, you do. Okay. Right, so they are real estate anytime now. Size. Okay, if you go by size, you'll see there's two properties, Palomino Avenue, both just under 2,000 square feet. They are on the market for under 500,000. They are essentially in a mini gated community directly opposite the apartments. Now, a lot of people could see this and see garage slots 0 and think, well, that's shit. But they're opposite the apartment parking. So it doesn't matter that there's no parking, because all you got to do is walk over a road and you've got infinite fucking parking.
Okay, right. And so what exactly do you need? Do you need funds for those, or?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I think we've got 350 as is. Obviously, it was meant to be higher, but I spent a week in the ICU, so that's obviously slowed down my ability to generate income. I was hoping we'd be about 400, 450 by now.
So you need about, what, 130k more?
350, yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
And then, of course, once
Okay.
we've got the building, then of course we've got the design and
Yeah,
and
it's
out
gonna
the
cost a
interior.
fortune. I want to see them. I mean, actually,
of course it
these
will.
days, floorboards and stuff are actually cheaper now at U2, so like $10
Okay. Thank
for
God.
floorboards.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep,
Okay.
you did
Thank God for
$500.
small-
So,
Thank God for small mercies, because I've heard horror stories about how much it's costing people to, they buy the place and it costs them double that just to fucking put something inside it.
yeah. So yeah, it should be a lot better now. Really, it should be a lot better. Only expensive things, just like what sofas. That's not too bad. Like a one-time purchase, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Once you got it, you got it. Easy. I'm gonna, you don't need to keep buying them.
Exactly.
Plus, in the end of the day, once it's built out and designed, that's it. It's, again, the whole thing is a one-time. The only ongoing costs come from bills and taxes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, girls, you know, fans, Winsong fans. It's like pre-owned furniture. I think it's quite cheap, so can always
nice.
look a deal there as well.
Yeah, I mean, anything cheap will beg, borrow, or steal to get this place up and running.
Easy. And that one is gonna be the hotel, right?
No,
you said it
that's
was.
not the hotel. That's this division's
That's
headquarters. After
okay.
that comes the hotel, because the hotel will need to
Go
be a
on.
fairly sizable location.
Like a warehouse, I'm guessing.
A warehouse, or unless a fucking regular property, a house property comes on the market that will tick the right boxes.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, easy.
The sort of thing that we can all start gathering money towards, and then when the right location comes on the market, we can get it. It's one of those things where I don't want to buy just any old place. It's got to be the right place.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like a good location as well. That's identifiable.
Yeah, I mean, if it looks good from the outside as well as that's a bonus.
You know, we're pretty perfect. You know that the hotel up north. I forget what it's called.
What, you mean the motel in Sandy, or do you mean the actual hotel?
The actual hotel. The
Richmond?
Yeah, perfect. Honestly.
That would be amazing.
That would be
fucking
incredible.
phenomenal. I don't know. I dread to think how much that would go on the market for. But that would be perfect.
Yeah.
If we could literally buy a hotel, then I mean the work is done.
I mean, they used to be on sale back in the day, like 5 years ago. Someone owned that actually. So possibly.
Yeah, I heard back in the day someone tried to build a hotel in there and it didn't
Yeah,
quite
but
kick off.
it looked pretty good. No, it looked pretty nice, but they were just wasted, I guess. Like a lot of things, people do it wasted, I guess, really. Like food stalls.
I think a lot of people, the issue is that they put so much work into getting it. Once they've got it, they're either burnt out on the process of getting it, or they kid themselves into, or the hard work's been done. It's like, no, like the hard work is beginning. Like, you've got it now, but now comes the hard bit.
Yeah, and like commitment as well, right? Not everyone's willing. The people will sort of see the results and just don't really realize the journey.
What's that saying? If you see the obstacles in your path, you've taken your eye off the goal.
I'm pretty film.
I think as long as we keep our eyes on the goal, it'll just be driving straight.
There you go. Pretty feeling, really. But yeah, no, man, the most important thing that I've experienced is just keeping things moving and just communication, honestly. Everything literally comes down to communication. That's all it does.
It's also
So we
another
have that
reason
down,
why having the HQ will help with that. Because like personally for me, that would be where I wake up every day. You know what I mean? So if we're all waking up there every day, our cars are parked over the road, organically, it'll be like, we'll wake up at the same time. Brilliant. Let's grab a quick 15 minutes and go over the last 2 days. You know what I mean? And that just familiarity will guarantee that none of us are in the dark about what's going on.
Yeah.
Right, on that
Sounds
note,
pretty good.
who fancies going and checking out this new pizza place?
Let's get it.
Yeah, not bad though. I better mind. Wait, that one over there? That one? Yes. You smoking?
What'd you guys think? Hal Fox, thank you for that resub. Magic, thank you for the follow. E Kitty, thank you for the follow. John Lenz, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys.